This is Mark Washington from Making the Cut. Today, Art Schlichter was released from jail. I know to today's generation, you might ask, who? Well, for a guy of my age, Art Schlichter, when I was a child, was the quarterback of Ohio State. And he later played for the Colts, which was kind of the team up 95 to us who grew up here in Virginia. But he was served as a cautionary tale. As Schlichter's career kept going, he had a gambling problem. And back in those days, the 70s and the 80s, gambling was done by degenerates. And growing up in a conservative home that I grew up in, it was very simple. Well, he must be a bad person because, why didn't he just quit gambling? Why was he doing it in the first place? That's how disconnected we were from addiction back then. Why do I bring this up? Because we are in a new era of sports gambling where in most states gambling of some fashion is legal. And it just seemed right before the NFL season started that there was a little irony that Art Schlichter gets out. He's a cautionary tale of when gambling had to be done in the shadows, where it was considered a character flaw. Just such polar opposite situation than what it is today. So let's think back to Art Schlichter as a guy that, maybe it was a little bit before his time, but a guy who did serve as a cautionary tale of having gambling lead to other things that would eventually send him to jail for several fraudulent activities to make up for what he owed. So we're in this era where gambling can be done above board, where it's legal, where you can go online. There's several casinos in all parts of the United States. You can sports gamble now at casinos and parlors, the whole 9 yards. But the big difference today is not only is it above ground, but we acknowledge there's an addictive portion to it. And being addicted does not make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a degenerate. So as we embark on the NFL season, which undoubtedly is probably the heaviest gambling time, just be careful out there and understand that there are addictive qualities and that the things that Art Schlichter didn't have and the mechanisms that could have helped them is there for you. So as we all enjoy the season, and you can look on my website and on all my social media to have picks of the week and sports betting section and all. We all do it now. Just remember that that this is something that should be understanding, that this is something that could be an addictive quality. And if you need help, there is help. Because I'm a firm believer that if Art Schlichter had help, maybe, just maybe, that would have saved the pain that he went throughout his life that has had him spend most of it incarcerated. So don't forget that it's more than point spreads and over-unders. It's about the quality of life, and it's about having fun with it and bet with your head, not over it.